Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's webinar. So I'm Wayne, Head of Research and Education. On behalf of Fullerton Markets, I welcome everyone to tonight's webinar, PipBox, 5 minutes to passive income. So we believe that a lot of us have a dream of owning something, a business that can generate us passive income and achieve financial freedom so that we can spend more time with our family, do the things that we like, buy the things that we want. So this is the dream that most of us, if not all of us, is having and striving to achieve it. But did you know 80% of all businesses fail in the first 18 months? But if you look at it, the good news is there are still 20% of the businesses staying on. And the even better news is that 20% of the businesses are earning the owners a lot of money. So we are now in the 21st century. So what are the top 20 businesses that we can look forward and do the same thing or copy the same thing to achieve the same results as these businesses? Of course, to achieve this kind of businesses, successful businesses, there are three different ingredients, and I'm going to show you which are the three important ingredients. Let's look at some example. This is Alibaba, one of the world's most valuable retailer, and they hold no inventory. And this is Uber. Uber is the world's largest taxi company, but interestingly, they own no vehicle. Next example, Airbnb. This is a very famous and the largest accommodation provider in the world. Guess what? They own no real estate. One final example, Facebook. They are the largest media company, but they create no content. So what is the commonality among all these four examples besides the fact that they have earned their owner billions of dollars? This is the first ingredient, platform. All these examples over here is running a platform business. Next, let us look at some interesting fact. What can happen in 60 seconds in the internet world? LinkedIn would have 120 new accounts. Pinterest would have 9,722 pinned images. Apple App Store would have 51,000 app downloads. Google Play Store would have 95,000 app downloads. Twitter would have 430,000 tweets. Google would have more than 2 million searches. Facebook would have 3 million items being shared. WeChat would have processed 22 million messages. Finally, last example, WhatsApp, 44 million messages. All this happened in just 60 seconds. So this shows us that a lot of activities are going on over the internet and is happening at a faster and faster pace. Let's look at some more statistics. There are 50% of the world's population who are under 30 years old. Pornography. Okay, in case some of you are starting to get the wrong ideas. Pornography used to be the number one activity on internet. Guess what? It is no longer number one. It has taken over by social media. Social media is now the number one activity on the internet. Let's look at some more statistics. In the past, let's look at some of the media that managed to garner 50 million users. Let's take a look at some of them and how long does those media take to achieve these 50 million users. First example, radio. it takes 38 years to reach 50 million users. TV took 13 years. Internet took only 4 years. And finally, Facebook, in less than 1 year, have reached 200 million users. Now here comes the second ingredient. It is called the social network. So the business must harness the power of social networks. And finally, the last ingredient. I'm sure all of you are familiar with these two icons. It is copy and paste. The last ingredient, it has to be as easy as copy and paste. So now we know the 3 ingredients that need to have for a successful business in the 21st century. And here comes the good news for all of you. Presenting everyone the PipBox, the world's smartest passive income platform. So let us jump straight to it and see how all of you can leverage on PipBox and build your passive income business. How to access PipBox? Very simple. All you need to do is to log in to Fullerton Suite. Go to Introducing Broker, click on it. It will bring you to the next page. Click on Business Building Tools. It will bring you to the next page, and finally you will see My PipBox. You can click on it to go inside My PipBox. Yes, if you are anticipating a very complicated system, no. As you can see, it is a very simple system. Remember the third ingredient, it has to be easy as copy and paste. To utilize PipBox effectively, there are only 2 steps. The first step is to choose your favorite content. You just click on the drop-down list. It will present you the content. The content are classified into different days, from Monday to weekend. It means that you can post different content on each day of the week. It is all designed for you. So very simple, if today is Thursday, all you need to do is to choose the content on Thursday. The content are dynamic, meaning to say it will change every week. The content that you chose on Monday last week or this week will be different from the content on Monday next week. So all you need to do every day is to select the content, copy and paste. The second step is basically to select the platform or the media that you want to send the content or share the content. It is over here. You can either share it through desktop platform or you can share it through mobile platform. So these are the various options. The first one is clipboard. Clipboard meaning is you can copy to the clipboard and then paste it anywhere you like in a Word document, in a PowerPoint slides. Next, you can share it on Facebook. You can share it on Twitter. You can share it to your LinkedIn community. You can share it through Google+. And you can also share it through Pinterest. Over on the mobile side, you can share it on WhatsApp. You can share it over WeChat, Viber, Line, and Telegram. This is the 5 most commonly used mobile messenger worldwide. So before I move on to the example, let us look at if you want to access PipBox via your mobile device, how to go about that. Very simple. All you need to do is to log into Fullerton Suite via your mobile device. Of course, the interface will look slightly different, but the icon that you will click is the same. So the first one, click on Introducing Broker. It will bring you to the next page. Click on Business Building Tools. And then finally click on My PipBox. And there you are, you will show you My PipBox. Similarly, you will click on the content that you want to share and select the mobile platform that you want to share to. Now we're going to look at a desktop example on how to share via Facebook. So this is my PipBox. Imagine it is a Monday and you select the weekly article English. Then you click on the My Facebook icon and it will direct you to Facebook. If you have logged in, immediately it will show you the content. If not, Facebook will prompt you to log into your Facebook account. And after you logged into your Facebook account, the content will automatically be populated with the links inside. So the next step you need to do is to type in a status. Okay, it is up to you to post your status. I have example, I found an interesting article open via desktop. So it is up to you to type a short status before you share it to your friend via Facebook. So once you post it on your Facebook, it will appear on your page and all your friends in Facebook will be able to see it. If some of your friends find that your posting is interesting and they click to read further, that will link them to our website where the full content is being hosted. So after they read the report, they read the content, they are happy. If they decide to open a live account, immediately they can click on open an account. That will bring them to the open live account form. Take note, the referrer ID is cached in their browser. So even if they remove the referrer ID now, or they delete or they change it to another number, it will not be effective. As long as they proceed to open the account, this account will be tracked under that particular IB or referrer ID. So at this point, I'd like to highlight, some of you may be sharing the Facebook post from our Fullerton page to your friend. If you do that, there is no way that by sharing directly through Facebook, it can track to your IB or to your referrer ID. So now with PipBox, if you share it through PipBox, your referrer ID will be tracked and cached. So this is to help all our partners and our IBs build their business. Next, we'll look at a mobile example to share the same content via WhatsApp. So to share it via WhatsApp, you have to log in to Fullerton Suite via your mobile phone and you select the content. So in this example, you will select the weekly article. Next, you will just click on the WhatsApp icon if you want to share it to WhatsApp, and immediately it will prompt you to open your WhatsApp app. And once your WhatsApp app is launched, you will be able to select the contact or the WhatsApp group that you want to share the content to. And once you share the content, your friends will receive it. This is how it looks like when your friend sees it. You will have a small picture icon plus a short write-up. It is all provided for. If your friend find that it is an interesting thing, they want to read further, they will click on the link immediately and you will open up on their handphone where they can read the content. And if they so do interested in open and a live account, they can do so immediately. And what happened is that the referrer ID again is cached and tracked. So if they open an account, you'll be tracked to your referrer ID. So isn't that powerful? So this is an example of a mobile sharing. Just another example, a content of a Pip Says. So if you decide to share Pip Says, similarly, you just select the content and you select WhatsApp and select the group or the friend that you want to share it to. And this is how it will look like on your friend's mobile phone. Again, if your friend click on the link, it will bring them to the site. And if they browse the site, they are happy, they want to open a live account, once again, your referral ID will be cached. And your friend open account will be tracked under your referral ID. This is a very simple to use system. Of course, there are things to take note of when you are using this PipBox. Over here, you will notice that there are two different kinds of platform. One is post from your desktop and the other is post from your mobile. Because of the different platform, they work differently on desktop and mobile. So to guarantee the effectiveness and to ensure that the referral ID is cached properly, if you are using Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, please share it through your desktop. If you want to share it to WhatsApp, WeChat, Viber, Line or Telegram, please share it through your mobile. So here is something that you need to take note of. Example, you do a posting via Facebook on your desktop. However, your friend, your client or prospects decide to open via Facebook app. They may be on the move, so they may not access their Facebook on their desktop. So what they do, they access Facebook on their mobile phone or their mobile devices. So they will see your posting and they will click on the link to access your posting. If they did not leave the app and continue to open a live account, this is what we call an in-app browser. So if your friends, clients or prospects is using an in-app browser to open a live account, your referral ID will be cached. However, if he or she decides to move on to a browser and then open the link and open an account, in this scenario, the referral ID will not be cached. So it depends on the client whether they are opening via their mobile or via their desktop. But of course, the good news is the chances of them going on to open a browser and surf the website to open a live account after receiving your posting or click on the posting, the chances of that happening is pretty low. So very quickly, this is how simple it is. PipBox. All you need is 5 minutes a day. Select the content and share it through the media and to your friends. So now we move on to the final segment of the webinar. Questions. So feel free to type in any questions that you may have. The first question is, how do I gain access to PipBox? I can't seem to see it on Fullerton Suite. Okay, to access the PipBox, you have to be an IB or partner of FullertonMarkets. And for when we send out the invitation, we send out to invitation to all our IBs, existing IBs, for them to attend this webinar. So if you are attending this webinar, we assume that you are already an IB, but of course, some of you may have gotten this link from your friends and you are attending the webinar now. So in order to access or gain access to this wonderful platform called PipBox, all you need to do is to open an account with FullertonMarkets, and then you move on to open your IB account. So for more details, you may ask your friend that has referred you to this webinar. The next question is, are the content the same all the time? So the content is not the same. We have a team that is managing all this content for you. That is the good news for you. So you do not need to worry about content. All you need to do is to select the content based on the different day and then share it accordingly. So our team will basically change the content every week, meaning the content for last Tuesday will be different from the content of this Tuesday, and again next Tuesday we will have different content. So we free you of the hassle of having to search for the relevant content to share it with your friend. So these content are all very thought-provoking. Some are fun and interesting. The main aim is to get your friends interested in trading, especially trading with Fullerton Markets. I have an interesting question over here. Does Fullerton Markets charge for the usage of PipBox? And I believe you will love the answer. PipBox is provided exclusively for all our partners. So we do not charge a single cent for it. You are free to use. And we will encourage you to use it every day. And from what I've shown you, it is less than 5 minutes of your time every day to share the content to your community, to your friends. So if there's no more question, what I'm going to do for you is to show you live how to access the PipBox. This is what you will see after logging into Fullerton Suite. Just scroll down, click on Introducing Broker, click on Business Building Tools, and click on My PipBox. Some of you may have multiple IB accounts. You can click on the Choose an Account to select which IB account you want to share from. It means that whatever content that you share will be tracked to that particular IB referral ID. Next, you can select the content. Example, today is Thursday. You can click on Breaking News. You'll notice there are two content for you to share. It is up to you to choose either one. The first one over here. Fullerton Market launches PipBox content tool for affiliates. If some of you notice, this content is only out this afternoon and it is already available on PipBox for you to share. That is how fast our content changes and gets updated. So once you see this, if you want to share this content, you just click on whichever media you want to share to. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, or Pinterest. And it will link you to the different platforms. And you can share it to your friends. So if there's no final questions, we have come to the end of the webinar. Start, copy, paste, and earn now. So on behalf of Fullerton Markets, I thank everyone for your kind attendance and look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. This is Wayne, Head of Research and Education, signing off tonight. Have a good night. Bye-bye.